Hey Cam fam, and welcome back to Keeping Up with Cam. So today we have our toddler hairstyle video number 13. Yes, this is our 13th video, guys. If you are new here, could you please hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. If you are a returning subby, we are so thankful that you keep coming back. If you like this video, please don't forget to thumbs up and also leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know if you like it, if you try this hairstyle, if you have any questions about the hairstyle or the products, anything and everything. We love communicating with you guys. Just a little heads up, guys, this hairstyle is not like the usual ones where I say, yeah, it's just a quick little style. No, this is not a let's throw it together, let's do this before we go outside type of hairstyle. This is a hairstyle you got to dedicate your time to and make sure that you get it right. Honestly, when I look back through the footage of doing this hairstyle, I was so shocked that Cam sat there the whole time, let me finish it, didn't complain, and didn't try and get out. So super thankful for that. So I had already went ahead and added the oil to the hair before I started parting. Just keep in mind, guys, that with the thin sections that you're seeing, you want to get them as thin as possible because that will make sure that the style comes out properly. Look at this face, look at it. So with our sections parted in the back, we're gonna go in with our CurlyKids HairCare Frizz Control Paste. This thing is my go-to. I say it in like every video, and I'm gonna keep telling you guys, like, this thing helps with doing the style. It helps with keeping the style fresh. It helps with the style lasting as long as possible. So if you guys already got one, go get another one. If you don't have one, go buy some now. And like I said already, guys, just make sure to remember, keep those thin sections as thin as possible. Don't be afraid to use clips, pins, whatever you need to keep the hair out of your way. I was honestly doing this by feel, just because of the way that the camera is and the way that he's sitting. I wasn't really able to view what I was doing, so it was kind of just a hope and a prayer that it was working and going according to plan. So I did a diagonal part to separate the front sections, and I just braided the one half on itself and just left it on the side so it'll be easier to get the braids done section by section. So depending on how you part and depending on what you feel like doing, you can keep that last section like I did there big, so I had two big ones instead of having a small one in between. Or you could make that small section or that last section into two small, one really small, and try and use that last part as a big section. All depends on what you feel like doing and how you want to keep that pattern going. But I got a little lazy and I just made that last section into a second wider section. Don't forget, guys, we add that frizz control paste to every section of hair, whether it's the big section, whether it's the really thin sections. It's gonna keep everything in place, and that is what is most important, especially if you're doing a child's hair with the same texture as my son. It won't last. It won't last past a day if we don't have something in there that's keeping the hair together. And I advise against gel as long as possible. I know there are people who put Got To Be or Eco Styler or Jam, whatever, in their kids' hair from like birth. That's on you, but I rather keep it as natural as possible for as long as possible. That's why I didn't even use this stuff until he was past a year. And I'm just very cautious with what I do put in his hair. I try and just keep it to oils and stuff, but this is one thing that you really, really need if you're trying to keep these styles in for a long period of time. So this side gave me the most trouble, you guys. I took this out probably about 3 times. I braided it once. The second time I parted it, and I did not like how the parts were, and then I did it this time. So when I'm braiding this first braid here, it's gonna look red, and that's because I've braided and unbraided and parted and reparted, which I do not recommend. I do not like. You try and do the least amount of manipulation in their hair, especially in the front of their hair, but it just wasn't sitting with me properly, so I had to redo it. So if you do see a little bit red here, it's not because I'm pulling it, it's not because it's too tight, it's just because it's been touched more than once. Because when I have a style in my head, when I have an idea in my head, it needs to be executed that way. And if it's not, I get a little irritated and I'm just like, this is not what I was imagining. So that's what happened in this case. I usually think about it before I braid, because parting over and over isn't bad. It's the braiding and taking out and rebraiding. So this is the first time that I've actually braided and had to unbraid and do it over again, and I felt really bad. And like I said, I don't know how he stayed this whole time. You know, he's getting a little antsy here, but that's just like normal. That he did not freak out in any other way. So super thankful and grateful that I got through this style in one day and in one piece. So now we're going to put it into a ponytail. We are going to moisturize the ends of the hair, and we're going to braid them. Make sure that the sides are braided properly and braided all the way up into that ponytail. You don't want it to look messy or loose going into that ponytail. So that's what I realized after I tied the elastic, and I just took it out, fixed up the sides, and kept it going. Be sure to brush out the hair before you start braiding. You want to make sure the hair is in its best form as possible. And I'm braiding the ends, three braids I believe, and putting it in a ponytail. And then when we did go out with this style, I took out the braids and left it in a bun. And voila, here is the final look, you guys. We hope you enjoyed it. As you can see here, you can either leave it in the braided bun that it's in right now, or you can take it out and put it in a ponytail and like leave it crimped. You'll see a picture of it at the end of this. Whichever way you choose, the style is going to look great. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys tried it. If you have any questions or anything, guys, we love to hear from you. We love to talk to you down there. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.